sharpen your swords and get ready to regain your honor, because today we'll be getting the Ghost of Tsushima Platinum Trophy. You know, realistically, this is probably a game that you don't really need a Platinum guide for. Like, half the people who play this game have the Platinum anyway. But I'm gonna do it anyway, because I like the game, okay? As always, I'll let you guys know what steps to take, how many steps there are, and I'll be leaving timestamps down below in the description so you can follow the guide however you wish. I will again do my best to avoid any spoilers, but you know, this is a Platinum Trophy guide, so there's probably going to be some spoilers. You've been warned. Ghost of Tsushima is an open world action adventure game developed by Sucker Punch, the amazing studio behind the infamous games. Not sure about you, but I love the series. Ghost of Tsushima is a game that blew almost everybody away when it got released, and in my opinion, is a great way to finish off a generation. It's a beautiful setting, and the graphics are incredible. You can see the sweat dripping down their faces. The sweat dripping down their faces. I could honestly play this game for hours and forget I was playing a game, especially since there's no HUD while exploring. Nature itself guides you throughout the world. The wind, the birds, the foxes is just so well done. To finish it off, the combat is just perfect. Of course, like any game, there are a few bugs here and there, you know, like the horses seem to want to get involved in the cutscenes and stuff. Bruh. Also, I'm not going to lie, the Platinum can be a little bit of a grind because the game does get repetitive quite often. So most guys judge this as a 3 out of 10. I'll have to agree. It is pretty much a 3 out of 10. It'll only take you one playthrough, which should take you more or less 40 hours. Depending on your skill level, also depending on the difficulty that you choose. There are no missables, no online trophies, no glitch trophies, and no difficulty-based trophies. This is a Platinum Hunter's dream game. Like I said before, I love this game, but there are a few little things that annoyed me here and there. The main thing was you cannot skip any cutscene. When I say any cutscenes, I mean any cutscenes, even like side mission one. The developers were like, we spent time and money on this gorgeous game. You will watch everything it has to offer. The other thing is the Japanese. As somebody who likes to be immersed, and usually when I watch anime, I usually do watch it in Japanese, so I have the original voices. Looking at the characters speaking Japanese, but being able to lip read English was immersion breaking to say the least. Like the old school Chinese movie dubs where, you know, they'd say something, but then their lips would be delayed. Hey, you! Stop right there. You know, to be quite honest, it is a small price to pay for such an incredible story. I'm not gonna lie, the ending may have made me shed a tear or two. Finally, this is gonna be a very, very easy journey to get the Platinum Trophy, which is only gonna take us 2 steps. All right, so now that we have the review out of the way, let's get down to business. And also, as always, let's get down to dropping my beat. Okay, so step 1 of the roadmap will basically be play the story at your own pace, try and do the side missions as they become available, and also try clearing the map as much as possible, aka the question mark. Also try grabbing as many things as you can, basically anything that you can see shining. Finally, try and speak to as many NPCs as possible that you see with a little bubble above their heads. You can choose whichever difficulty you find comfortable for yourself. Since there's no difficulty-based trophies, you can even, you know, change the difficulty as you play along. It's entirely up to you. And in this step, you should unlock these following trophies. Now, the order I explain the next few trophies is basically the order that I unlock them in. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be the same order you unlock them in. You know, since it's an open world game with no missables, feel free to tackle the game however you choose. Although I recommend doing it the way I did it because, well, I did it that way. Either way, most of these trophies will come to you naturally and, quite frankly, probably without much effort. Alright, I'm gonna be completely honest. I actually got this by accident. I just started playing and I don't know what the hell I was doing and it just popped. Basically, all you have to do is activate photo mode and then choose a personalization. That's it. For this one, you just need to find a Pillar of Honor and collect its sword kit. These are scattered all over the world and you will eventually unlock it by going to the question marks on the map. All you need to do is stagger 50 enemies. What you need to do is break the white bar above the enemies' heads. You can do this by deflecting attacks, using heavy attacks, or by throwing kunai. And if you have the water stance, it's a lot easier to stagger enemies. So for this one, you need to have the perfect parry skill. And all you need to do is kill 20 enemies after a perfect parry. If you don't kill them after parrying, it will not count. After you kill and study a number of leaders, this will unlock all the stances. So for this one, you just need to go to every question mark on the map, as some will be Mongol camps. Once you liberate 12 of these, the trophy will pop. You will get all of these as you progress through your Ghost rank. The only one you will need to buy with a skill point is the Firecracker. Once you have all 6, the trophy will pop. All you have to do here is equip all 6 slots with charms. The way to unlock all slots is to pray at fox statues. You can find these by exploring some of the question marks on the map. Okay, for this one you need to shoot a terrified enemy with an arrow while they're fleeing. So first of all, we need to terrify an enemy. You can do this in a number of ways, but the way I did it was by obtaining the Heavenly Strike attack. It won't always terrify nearby enemies, but it has a pretty good chance to do so. You can wait until later on in the game when you have the ghost stance if you like. Either way, you will know an enemy is terrified when he falls to the ground in fear and starts to run away. What you need to do is shoot him with an arrow as he's running away. It won't count shooting him when he's on the floor terrified. Also, pro tip, make sure you turn aim assist off in the settings, because if you have it on and there are other enemies nearby, it will automatically aim at them instead. For this trophy, you need to acquire 30 pieces of vanity gear. You get these by completing haikus, aka poems, and finding pillars of honor. Like most of the collectible trophies, if you concentrate on clearing the question marks, you will get this naturally. Just keep picking up the gifts left for you at places like the Golden Temple, and eventually the trophy will pop. For this one, you just have to kill an enemy with fall damage. The ledge doesn't even have to be that high, as you can see here. Just be sure to select the wind stance and hold triangle for the Typhoon kick to kick an enemy off the ledge. You can also select easy mode so the enemies have less health. All you have to do here is liberate all occupied areas in Izuhara, aka the first region, which are all the red icons that are Mongol territory. Keep in mind you can only do this after you complete Act 1. So for this trophy, you have to defeat the maximum amount of enemies within a single standoff. The maximum amount is 5, and to reach that amount you need a few things. First, you have to have the Sakai armor maxed out, which you can get during Act 2, and you must have it equipped. Second, you also need to have the improved standoff skill unlocked. Once you have those, just enter a standoff with 5 or more enemies and slash away. This is legit one of the coolest trophies to unlock in the game, in my opinion. All you have to do here is liberate 8 occupied areas in Toyotama, aka the middle region. If you've been clear of the map as you play along, you will get this naturally. You'll most likely get this naturally, since all you have to do is upgrade your sword to the max. All you have to do here is clear Eunice side quests. They have a face on them. You should get this naturally if you're doing all the side missions as they become available. Again, you'll most likely get this as you're playing normally, especially if you've been collecting every shiny you find. All you need to do is collect 20 Mongol artifacts. You can find these mostly in Mongol outposts and camps. If you're having trouble with this trophy, you can also activate the guiding wing to finding artifacts. For this one, all you have to do is buy an item for the Black Dye Merchant, which can be found in the second region, and buy an item from the White Dye Merchant, which can be found in the first region. For this one, you need to kill 20 enemies with a Ghost Stance. You get the Ghost Stance while playing through the story. Once you've obtained it, all you have to do is kill 20 enemies with the stance activated. While in this stance, you do one-shot every enemy, so you should get this trophy fairly quickly. This one is much like the Mongol artifacts. All you need to do is find 20 records found scattered all over the map. Again, they are usually in Mongol camps as well, or villages. And again, if you're having trouble with this, you can select the guiding wind to finding records. So for the Vengeful Warrior, the Warrior Monk, and the Unbending Archer, all you have to do is just complete all the side missions linked to these characters. Like Eunice quests, you can find their faces on the icon. For this one, you need to complete all the Mythic Tales. These are the blue flower icons on your map. There's a total of 7, and again, if you've been doing the side missions as they become available, this will come naturally to you. For this one, it will probably come naturally as you're going for the platinum. I got it just before the end of the story, but when you reach the maximum rank, the trophy will pop. All you have to do is liberate all occupied areas in Toyotama and liberate 7 occupied areas in Kamiyagata, which is the top region. Again, they should come naturally to you if you're clearing the whole map. For this one, you just need to successfully complete every duel. You'll get this naturally as you progress through the story and are clearing the map. Basically, a duel is any boss fight, so any fight where the enemy has a health bar at the top of the screen with their name on it. These also include the second region duels as well. These are pretty much all the trophies you can get before you finish the story. So in this step, you should have unlocked these following trophies. So step 2 is basically just the cleanup. You're going to finish the story, and then you're just going to clear the rest of the things on the map that you can't clear before finishing the story. You shouldn't really have many trophies left, so in this step, you should obtain these following trophies. A new safe haven and Master Liberator you should get together. This is basically for liberating all the occupied areas in Kamiyagata, which is the top region, and Master Liberator is for liberating the entirety of Tsushima. like the way you get for rekindling all the lighthouses in Tsushima, favor of the Kami you get for finding and honoring all the Shinto shrines in Tsushima, body, mind, and spirit you get by completing all the hot springs, haiku, inari shrines, and bamboo strikes, or in other words, completely clearing the map of the question marks. So you should get these naturally as you're clearing the whole map. For this one, you need to complete all the Tales of Tsushima. In other words, all the side missions. By the time I finished the game and cleared the map, I was still missing one, which was the Cost of Fear. This doesn't appear on your map unless you really travel close to it, and you can find it here in the 3rd region. For this one, you need to bow to 10 hidden altars across Tsushima. So these altars, they're not called hidden for no reason. The game doesn't tell you they're there, and it doesn't really guide you in any way, shape, or form to tell you where they are. But luckily for you, you have the GuyFarruski to guide your way. The way you'll see these boards is you'll find it with a man bowing. That's pretty much it. Now, the main reason I waited to do this by the end of the game, where I've cleared the whole map, is because I can fast travel to certain points instead of having to waste my time going to certain points by horse. So, the location to these 10 altars are as follows. The first one is in Tadayori's Rest in the 1st region. All you have to do is swipe down on the touchpad to bow, and you'll know you've done it right when you see purple flower petals swirling around you. The second one is near Komatsu Forge in the 1st region, and it's located in this area. You'll know you've activated it when a bird sits on the altar. The third one is near the Ketchi Fishing Village in the 1st region, and it's located in this specific area. You'll know you've done it right when you see the fish jumping around. The 4th one is located in the Kashin Hills in the 1st region. You'll know you've done it right when you see the blue butterflies swirling around you. The 5th one is in the graveyard in Yoichi's Crossroads in the 1st region. Again, you know you've done it right when you see the green butterflies swirling around you. The 6th one is near the old Kanazawa Marsh in the 2nd region. You know you've done it right when you see the fish jumping around in the water. The 7th one is at this Pillar of Honor in the 2nd region. You know you've done it right when the red dragonflies appear around you. The 8th one is near Umugi Cove in the 2nd region. You know you've done it right when you see the fish jumping around in the water. The 9th one is near Omi Village in the 2nd region. You know you've done it right when you see the fish jumping around. And finally, the 10th and last one is literally just around the corner from the last one. And again, you know you've done it right when you see the fish jumping around. So for this one, you need to dress up as a legendary thief. Again, I chose to do this after the cleanup because you'll most likely have most of the equipment anyway, and you're probably only going to be missing a couple of things. So first of all, choose the Sly Tanuki Sword Kit, which you should already have. Then equip the Thief's Rapper's Mask, which again you should already have if you've been collecting all the gifts at the altars. Then equip the Gozaku's Armor, which you again should already have if you've been completing all the Mythic Tales. So the things you most likely won't have is the helmet. This can be found on top of the Jogaku Temple in the 3rd region. Climb all the way to the top of the tallest tower to find it, then be sure to equip it. And finally, the last item you're going to need is the Ocean's Guardian Armor Die, aka the blue one, which conveniently enough can be bought from the merchant nearby. Finally equip the blue and the trophy will be yours. For this one, you need to play the Lament of Stormsong at a friend's grave. Now this was the final trophy for me, and all you need to do is equip the Lament of Stormsong on your flute. You should have this by now, but if you don't, just find some graveyards and collect 5 crickets to get it. Then travel to Taka's grave in the 2nd region and play the flute for the trophy to be yours, and in my case, the platinum as well. Now, of course, like I said in the beginning of the video, you guys can unlock these trophies however the hell you want because there's no missables. Thank you for watching. This is an extremely straightforward platinum trophy to get. You probably don't really need this guide apart from, you know, a few trophies, but, you know, I love this game so much that I decided to do it anyway. I'll probably do a platinum trophy guide for every game I play since, you know, I'll be recording the footage anyway. Hopefully I made this platinum even easier to get for you. Also, let me know what other platinum trophy guides you guys would like to see on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. And to keep up with everything GuyFarruski, be sure to follow me on social media or join the GuyFarruski Clan Discord because we all know YouTube notifications are pretty dodgy. All those links are down below in the description. And that was it for this one, GuyFarruski Clan. I'll catch you guys on the next one. GuyFarruski out.